Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon Fabiola. For my returning subscribers, Karibuni. For the new subscribers, welcome to the family. Today I brought back my sister. You people seem to love her. So today we are doing a reaction video to secret confessions on Reddit. I'm so sure at least a number of you have heard about Reddit. So yeah, sit back and let's get straight to the video.
DT, two-time baby girl, you know me. Moonlight, all the niggas around me, ride at it, die.
Confession. I'm 32 years old. That's a male. Feeling the need to tell my girlfriend, who's 34, something that could kill our relationship. Okay, so this is basically the story. Feeling stuck that I've not told my girlfriend about another girl before we'd met in person. My girlfriend and I have been in a very happy, healthy relationship for 8 months. It feels perfect until I remember there's something I've not told her. It's starting to ruin everything for me and make me think I'm just a fraud who has built a relationship on a lie. We met on a dating app, and at the point of matching, I already had a date lined up with another girl who I'd met in a bar the week before. I went on that date after a few days of chatting to my now girlfriend, and I ended up sleeping with that girl. On the night of the date, I told my now girlfriend, who had been chatting to on the app for a few days, that I was going out with friends and wouldn't be able to talk on the app. The day after sleeping with the other girl, I knew I didn't want to see her again and confirmed a date with my now girlfriend for the following week. We hit it off, and it's been a whirlwind romance ever since. The problem I have is I'm now feeling guilt for lying to her on the app and sleeping with another girl while we were chatting. I feel like if I bring this up now, it would cause hurt, but I'm worried that I've misrepresented myself by never mentioning this before. She literally has no idea. And I worry that if I don't tell her now, it'll come out later and be even more confusing or devastating. So basically, he was on a dating app, and then he was talking to different chilies, and then um this chick that he met before the current girlfriend, he went out with her and they ended up sleeping together. And now he's feeling guilty all of a sudden because he's never told her about it, and he's afraid that um it's going to come out one day and she'll feel devastated. But all this happened before he accepted to go on a date with the current girlfriend who he's been dating for 8 months.
My G, why is stressing? He's stressing. I mean, technically, from the way I see it, they weren't together when the whole situation happened, and he was a single man. He had no commitment to her. They've been talking for a few days. So you seeing someone else, it means you've known the other girl longer than you did the one you're currently dating right now. So you already had planned on going on a date with her before you decided to go with your current girlfriend. So I think you just keep quiet. It's really not relevant to your relationship. It's not relevant like at all. Just mind your own business, sit in silence, and forget about it. Cause you don't gain anything from it, and you stand to lose like your entire relationship. And even your girlfriend, if she gets pissed at you, you are in a talking stage. You aren't even in a full talking stage. You just met her like a few days ago. It's never that deep. Let go. Let it just turn that.
Yeah, I feel the same thing. It's very relevant. Like it happened before we ever met. Like I got committed to you after we met. So I mean, at that point there was no we hadn't made any commitments to one another. We hadn't met each other yet. So you are there, ulikuwa soko. You are trying to see what's out there exactly. So yeah, just keep it to yourself. In short, it would be pointless. It would be so selfish of you to tell your girlfriend that story because it's very irrelevant and it would definitely hurt her feelings. So why bring it up? It makes no sense. Just let it go.
His 31 male girlfriend, 30 female, accused me of cheating after her friend sent her footage of me hugging my cousin. I, 31 male, have quite a large family. My mother has 3 brothers and my father has 2 brothers and 3 sisters. Each one of them is either married or divorced and has at least 1 child. Most of them live in the same town I live in, but one of my cousins, Martha, 24 female, lives on the other side of the country. I used to get along with my cousin, but she distanced herself from her parents over 10 years ago, and now she has a job that keeps her very busy. So I basically met her only once or twice in the past 10 years. We call each other at least once a month. I have been dating Laura, his girlfriend, for the past 6 months. She's a wonderful woman, and until recently, we had never argued before. She knows my parents and my sister, and in some way, I only met her parents and her brother. Last Saturday, something happened. I woke up to a phone call from Martha. She told me she was on a working trip and would pass by my town that morning and told me we would take a coffee together and chit chat for a bit if I was free. I agreed and we met in the morning. Nothing particular happened. I was happy to meet her after a long time. We walked for a bit, hugged, and parted. That afternoon, I was supposed to pick up Laura for dinner, so I went back home, prepared, and went to pick her up. When I arrived at her house, she basically blew up on me, accusing me of cheating. I didn't know what she was talking about, so she showed me her phone. Apparently, Lucia, one of Laura's friends, saw me with my cousin, took a photo of us hugging, and sent it to Laura. And she thought Martha was the woman I was cheating with. I talked to Laura about my cousin in the past, but I guess I never showed her a photo, so she had no idea what she looked like. So I took out my phone, showed her I was calling my cousin, and once Martha answered, I had her confirm she was the woman I met that morning. Laura calmed down and apologized. The rest of the afternoon was a bit awkward, but we continued. We called the night quite early. Since then, though, I have been thinking about what happened and don't know how to feel. On one side, I can understand the misunderstanding. On the other side, Laura didn't even doubt I was cheating. She didn't even ask me about it, question me about meeting someone that morning. She directly blew up in my face. I don't know if it's something worth bringing up again with Laura or if it's better to brush it off, let go. I also don't know how I should behave in front of Lucia. We never argued before, and I don't think I ever gave her or Laura a reason to suspect I wasn't faithful, yet they immediately jumped on that. I need advice on how I should act.
Okay, so basically, what have you done?
So basically, this dude has like a cousin who moved away from the country, like not away from like their town, like 10 years ago. So she was passing by and was like, "Oh, hey, let's meet up." So they got there, they chatted for like a while, and then it was time to go, and they parted ways, they hugged. And apparently, one of Laura's friends, his girlfriend, saw them and took like a photo and sent it to Laura and said, "Oh, your man is cheating." And so when he was supposed to have a dinner date with like Laura and I went to pick her up, she blew up on him and accused him of cheating. And he was like, "No, I didn't." So he called his cousin to confirm that they had met that morning, and Laura apologized, and it was really awkward after that, especially with Lucia, who was the one who initiated the cheating allegations. And despite him being faithful to Laura, both Lucia and Laura immediately jumped on the hate bandwagon towards him and were like, "You cheated," from one photo, instead of asking and questioning and sitting down to try and understand the situation like they should have. So yeah. Personally, I say your biggest enemies are your friends. It's always your friends. I'm so sorry. If you ever put in a situation where you feel like your partner is cheating on you, I say confront them. Communication is key, man. If you sit there and then you're suffering in silence, you're here holding a grudge, and then or you like before you try to fully understand the situation, you're already reacting, and you're obviously it's gonna be like a negative reaction. You risk to lose something that has been that you have spent a long time building up, like a relationship that with someone that you love over a misunderstanding, which could have been easily resolved by asking a question. I can understand Lucia looking out for her friend. I can't even hate on her because I do the same for my friend. I'm like, yo, I saw your man in town. He's with some other chick. I saw them hugging. Are they friends? Is it like a family member you've met before? I think that's how I would present it more like a question, like, yo, is that someone you know? Rather than be like, oh, your man is cheating. I'm sorry.
Okay, I
Just
lost
find
it.
it.
I feel like, first of all, as a friend, the first question here is if you go somewhere and you happen to see your friend's man with some other chick, what do you do as a friend? Do you like, okay, that's none of my business? Or do I let him know, like, I've seen you and you've seen me and we've seen each other? So this is definitely going to get to my friend. Or, and I'm thinking from this situation, I feel like, what was the chick's name who ratted them out?
Lucia.
Lucia. I feel like Lucia is a mutual friend to both of them.
Mm-mm.
Okay, she's more of a friend to the guy, but the fact that he was like,
No, Lucia is the girl's friend, just her friend, not his friend.
okay, but okay, the way he was saying that he feels like he's wondering what would have made both Lucia and Nani and the chick feel like he would cheat. No, no. So it's like probably they met in a couple of settings when it's like friendly settings. So they have some familiarity with one another. So like you as a person, you as a friend, okay, clearly she's more of a friend to the dude's chick. So do you go and run to your friend and tell them, hey, I saw your mom's with some other chile, and here is the evidence? Or do you go to the dude, or you just like, you waltz in front of him and like give him the look of, I see you see me, we've seen each other. So go and tell her yourself, or I will. Or do you just mind your own business?
I'd be the type of person, because me, knowing myself, I'm a very confrontational person. I walk up to them like, Nimekuona. I will walk up and say to you, Nimekuona. I've seen you, you've seen me. Then like it's better for him to know and you to try and find like an explanation. Even though it's really none of your business, but it is your friend's business. And your duty is to protect your friend from men who will come and play them. Personally, I would fight you if ever got you cheating on one of my friends. I
And,
don't care
and what
for them.
if that friend you're trying to protect is the type who, like, she feels like you're jealous of the relationship, so she'll be like, nah, you're capping.
My G, just let them go. I'm so sorry. I won't waste my time with someone like you. I've told you. I've warned you. You refuse to listen.
So will you be around for the premium tiers, like
Oh,
when she now goes through
I'm not
the
gonna be
emotions and
around there because if it's like somebody who I'm casually friends with, me, I laugh at you. I'm so sorry. Did I not tell you? Did I not tell you that I was jealous of you? Did I not tell you?
and
I laugh, but I won't laugh in your face because I have some decorum. I laugh from the side. But if it's like my best friend, I've told you and you refuse to listen. I'll comfort you, yes, but I'll internally laugh and I laugh in your face afterwards. After you've calmed down, after it affects you less, I start laughing in your face now. Then, so next time when I tell you something, it is not out of jealousy, it's out of goodwill. It's because I don't want anyone hurting you. So Lucia did the right thing, just wrong execution.
And then I also feel like I don't know, even with the situation of okay, now he feels some type of way that like okay, did I do something to make my girlfriend doubt me? Because for her to if it's somebody who was very secure in the relationship, trust me, I feel like the first thing they would do is okay, let me ask him about it. Let me not jump into conclusions. It could just be anybody. Let me confront him and ask him about it rather than jump into conclusions.
Or maybe
But
it's
now
just
he's now feeling some type of way. He's like, okay, what did I do to make her feel like she had the right to question me?
sometimes it's just trust issues.
No, that's the thing. Now
It's
that's
not
what I'm
like
saying.
it's
Like
not. It's not. It
how did
doesn't.
I behave? Did I
It doesn't have
behave
to
in a
be
certain
what
way?
he did. It could be something to do with her past, or like sometimes people like are very insecure in their relationships, or they have some trauma from their past relationships where their partners have violated their trust, and now they have severe trust issues, or like that they bring into the new relationship. So it's not really about what he did. Sometimes it's like something that they've gone through in the past that they're now referencing it now, like, oh, in my past relationship I was cheated on, and I did not listen the first time. I was okay. What? No, the past relationship I was cheated on. No, probably he's cheating on me this time as well. So you could be in the most secure, loving relationship, but because of your insecurity that you have decided, no more like decided, like you haven't dealt with, it will now affect your current relationship because you never fully trust your partner. So it's not just about what he's done now. Some things are just from Kitabo.
Okay, so moral of the story: if you're Kenyan, trust me, even if it's a cousin. Hey,
No, if you're Kenyan, don't trust Nairobi.
oh
Don't
Lord,
trust Nairobi. Here they are playing Jenga on people.
it's not even just Nairobi. It's just the whole of Kenya
No,
at
Kenya
this
is
point.
a scam. Kenya is a scam, actually.
Let me tell you, there's a cousin.
Even siblings.
I mean, I don't want to mention names. I don't want to be reported to the police.
Oh, because
But we have seen in the past clearly that cousins are in boundaries.
especially with this generation, even siblings are
And not
going.
even just this generation, even the generation before us, if you know what I mean.
Princess should not be normalized.
I feel like that it's become
It's
so
become
normal.
it's become a trend, bro.
Like,
I'm
I
so
mean,
sorry.
okay,
I would never sit down and look at my cousin and be like,
is the world too
that's the one.
small?
bro. That's the one.
Like, are the female population too small or the male population too small that you just feel like, no, I just want this one from my family.
This one.
This one.
You know,
Like,
psychology says that men are more attracted to people who look like the people that they know in their family. Like you'll find a man who goes after somebody who either looks like him or his mother. And I said, what?
oh,
That's crazy. That's crazy. But
Anyway.
if you're dating in Nairobi, ukiambiwa your man is cheating, believe instantly. Better safe than sorry. Because this man is probably running a daycare in his DMs. He's just hiding it from you.
where your man's is our man's, in short. And that's why people don't show. But then these people don't show their man's on social media.
And like when they,
Because you realize your man's is my man's and our man's, and we're all sharing.
and like
So
when they-
you also want to play it safe, and you're like, you know what? Yes, I have someone, but I'm just not ready for y'all to know.
you know he's cheating on you when he tells you he wants a private relationship. Like people will know I'm dating someone. They just don't know who it is. They don't know the name. They don't know what they look like. Means he has multiple shorties that he's seeing. You're just one of his many endeavors. Weekends. When you are weekend. When you are siku moja for a few hours ameboeka anarudi kwa main chick. Main chick akokuwa amekaa kwa nyumba. Amenunuliwa gari. Umefanya nini?
Useme huyo. I've seen, hey, like again, I'm not gonna mention names, but I know for a fact a few people follow the gossip in Nairobi, and we know Papa. There's
No,
this
that's
Chile.
the-
Don't say the name.
Somebody
fast.
else went to Nairobi to buy her boyfriend.
What?
Somebody else's boyfriend flew this chick out to where he was during Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
You saw.
I remember.
You saw.
And she clearly said, "I don't want to post him because you know it's your man's." So
No, but even you know someone has like he's taken and you're still going after him. What's wrong? with him? No,
you
let
think
me
people
ask.
care?
Let me ask. What goes through your mind?
You
And
think
then
people care?
listen, because you're sitting there thinking, okay, when he breaks up with his girlfriend, he's gonna come to me. Babes, you're gonna lose him.
You know,
before
some of
you
them
got him.
they don't even want that commitment.
No, listen.
They're just
why?
like, I
Why?
want the benefits.
What do you
They
get
just
from being a
they just want
breakup?
they just want the benefits. I want the good car. I want the good house. I want to be secure with my, like, at the end of the month. I know the rent is ready. I know.
Personally, babe, secure yourself. Why are you relying on a man? What's wrong with you? Your mother. Listen, you're not even you. I can't even say it, man.
I was telling you about this side chick. Okay, the donut sides. She wrecked her home, and they dated, they lived together. I don't know if they lived together, but he got her a place, and then after, like, I think a year, they broke up, and she got pregnant with somebody else. Najua tu mnajua ninasema ni nani, but and then now she's left the guy who she's pregnant for the kid, and now the ex who she helped to wreck the home just got her range. Let me tell you, people will give you pressure, and with the economy, let me tell you, usidanganywe, that sponsor is the way to go. Just for your money. And then people are going to say, "Oh, she's saying that because she's jealous. She's not in the position. She doesn't know how good it is when you receive all those whatevers." But I don't know.
I can speak from experience. My father sponsors my lifestyle by force, by fire. But sometimes it's like when I have my own money that I earned myself. Don't ask how I earn money. That one is not to be disclosed. It's legal though. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's like when you work for something on your own, you'll feel more accomplished and fulfilled when you reap the benefits rather than somebody's giving them to you. Taboeka eventually. Why do you think rich people get bored of money and they don't even know what to do with it at some point? But anyways, if you want to live soft life, live soft life. Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge?
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
YOLO. That's all we can say. YOLO.
Just remember the methods you are using, they should be able to get you into heaven. Because well, you and the sponsor mtapatana huko chini. Mtasema nini sasa?
I'm Nimbinguni, by the way. Boyfriend, this so-called boyfriend is 29 years old, is sleeping with prostitutes behind my back, and the lady is 28. Exactly what it says on the tin. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I snooped on his phone. I saw text to an escort asking if she was free for 30 minutes while I was working in the office. I also have been this before. I also have seen this before in a relationship, but without real proof. He had even gone to visit the woman. I'm finding it hard to leave because he gave me HSV2 or herpes in the beginning of our relationship, and I'm worried no one else will want to date me. Feeling stuck. Advice would be great. Anyone with herpes had luck dating still? I only know about 2 people with this. I feel so alone. Please be kind. I'm not here to be judged. Just want some kind advice on how I can go about living. I haven't told him I've snooped on his phone either.
One thing men will have is audacity.
I don't want peace. I want problems always. God have mercy upon us.
Audacity for days. Because so he gave her an STD and then proceeds to degrade her self-confidence to zero to be able to manipulate her into staying into the relationship. And then on top of that, he decides to cheat on her behind her back, saying that even if she finds out, she can't leave because he gave her an STD. He has weakened her to the point she feels like she's unlovable and she will never be able to find another relationship outside of what she has now. That is a tactic that a lot of men use to keep women in relationships
That's
against
like
their will.
emotional abuse.
That is not just emotional, that's just abusive relationship. It doesn't have to involve you being hit. It's the fact that he's gone through all that just to keep you within and then he's still cheating on you. My guy,
I think that's both mental and emotional abuse.
psychological.
Abuse, yeah. True. Like my guy, let me tell you, this dude has already given you an STD. And then worse, you've seen in his phone he goes out with escorts. Like, why are you still in a relationship? Are you waiting to be given HIV? Like, mommy, just run. Like, run for your life. Forget about you. Don't. Your first concern should not even be if somebody else is going to take me or love me with my herpes. No, that should not be your first. Take care of yourself first. Get out of that situation. Because the next time he is going to give you HIV. Like, trust me, people who normally think they can't get HIV, they don't want to get HIV. These days, the person who you think that does not have HIV, these women, even in social media, they are influencers, they are Instagram whatever, and some of them, we know that they have AIDS, but you never know. Like, this Chile looks so good. She's dressed all nice. She's looking like a baddie, but whatever she's carrying with her, you just run. So, like, don't put yourself at that risk. Just move.
I also feel like everyone has stigmatized like these STDs. I'm so sorry. They're diseases caused by human beings. I understand that. They shouldn't even be here in the first place. But herpes is a treatment. It's not permanent. It's not like HIV. It's not a virus. It will go. So you, first of all, prioritize your mental health. You feel like your relationship is damaging enough because he's really manipulated you into staying into the relationship. That is your first sign to go. I know a lot of you are attracted to red flags, but come on, sometimes it's too much. This is not a situation like a Wattpad story where you're gonna be like, oh, he's a red flag. Oh, he's good looking though. No. One, he clearly does not respect you enough to respect your relationship. That is a sign for you to leave. If you want to like have like a long lasting relationship with a man, you both have to be respectful towards each other. You both have to have set boundaries. Your relationship should be two-way. So if how do I even word this? If he's cheating on you, I would not normally say this, but cheat back. because listen, with this kind of world we live in, tit for tat is the only way to go. He cheats on you, cheat on him back. If he gives you an STD, run. I would have said give him an STD back, but it will affect you as well. So you just pack your bags right now. Eka vitu ndani. Eka kwa mgongo na uende. Don't think that just because you have like an STD or like an STD, you will never find love in this world. You will. Even the most questionable people end up in long-lasting relationships. So will you, babes. Just first of all, leave. Go recover yourself mentally. Go recover your self-respect. And then once you feel like you're ready to take on the world, now is when you enter the dating scene. No one is forcing you to be in a relationship. Some people who go up, they're 70 something, they've never dated anyone. They're not even married. They're single. And they're happy. So you stop stressing yourself. Relationship is not everything. Some of us are happy being single. Others, they like being in relationship. But who are we to judge, yeah? So basically, just leave, just walk out. You can get your STI, no, one can get your herpes treated and you'll be fine. Just end it there. You should come before a man. And when him is putting himself before you, put yourself before him. Hey, why are you stressing? Life is short. Prioritize yourself, your needs over anyone else's. Stop overcompensating. What do you gain from it? Alright.
Okay. Next confession. Am I the asshole for refusing to stop eating dinner in front of my fasting Muslim housemates?
Eh?
Okay, mnaja says ni Ramadan season. So let's get to it. I live in a flat share in a large European city. There are 4 rooms in the flat and we each rent them individually from the landlord. There's a common kitchen, living room, bathrooms, etc. 2 of my housemates are Muslim and fasting for Ramadan. I'm an atheist, but I'm a firm believer of religious freedom and I don't care what anyone believes unless they are hurting others. I mostly work from home and therefore tend to eat a little earlier than others as they all have to commute home. My 2 Muslim flatmates have asked me to stop having dinner so early because they smell it, see me eat it, and apparently it makes them even more hungry, making Ramadan harder for them. I initially said no, and they then asked if I would at least eat dinner in my room so they didn't have to see it. I feel torn. On one hand, there is no massive harm to me waiting another 30 to 45 minutes to have my dinner, so I could do a small thing to help them. On the other hand, it is their religious choice, and I don't really see why I should change my behavior. Reddit. Am I the asshole for refusing to eat later to make life easier for my Muslim housemates? I mean, the answer is obvious. You are the asshole. Like, honestly. Because, like you said, first of all, I feel like the fact that you are an atheist, like, you have no moral compass. That's what I okay, because with the religious settings, let me put it like that. I'm not a religious person, I'm a spiritual person, but with the religious setting, the Christianity, the Islam, the Hinduism, the whatever, they have like laws. Let me put it like laws, that govern. Is it govern, but help them with their day to day work in their spiritual work. But now, when it comes to atheists do not have that moral compass of this is right, this is wrong. It's a matter of I will do it because there's no consequence. There's no higher being who's going to judge me for my wrongdoings, or for whatever decisions or choices I make in life. So I feel like they don't have a moral compass as compared to the other religious sects. So, first of all, now, like the way he was like, I don't see why I should change my behavior. You see, like to them, it's not, they don't feel it. They're like, I mean, I didn't choose to be, I didn't force you to be this, to be that, to have your religious beliefs. So, like, it's none of my business. It's none of my concern. So let me speak from a Christian perspective. Like, yes, like we also have fasting. So I feel like if I'm fasting, okay, we have maybe like the way they said we are sharing common spaces like the living room, the dining, the bathrooms, and then now I have my own personal space, which is the bedroom. What I would do is, if I'm fasting and they're not fasting, I'd be like, okay, I'd first inform them, hey guys, from next week, from this date to this date, I'm going to be on a fast. So please, if you can try and bear with me, my fast ends probably you're doing the 6 to 6 fast, assuming. So, so you'd be like, okay, is it okay if you guys eat like the dinner, if you push it, if we are used to eating at 6 by 6, they're like, can we push it to, this time? Or if it's not possible, if you feel like you're also inconveniencing them, like, just stay out of the premises. Stay out of the premises, let your people eat in peace. But I guess it's that situation of when you're out there, you'll smell KFC, you'll smell debonaires, you'll smell chicken in. So probably that's why people tend to stay at home during their fasting seasons, because it's less, you have less distractions and less opportunities to tempt yourself into breaking your fast. So, I mean, okay, then stay in your room. Stay in your room when people are cooking and probably the aroma or whatever's you, ash a candle in your room. Honestly, buy a candle for those times. Go buy the vanilla scented, the whatever scented. Go buy those candles. So when they're cooking, you have your candle. You una shiba na harufu your candle. Because now what will you do? Will you also tempt them? You don't want to also be the tempter. It sounds like you're so inconsiderate of the situation. Or I don't know, like Basi, cook very early, and then, like, does it even have an any? I don't know.
I mean, personally,
Or you take a walk when they're
I
cooking.
feel like you should think of it from both sides. On the Ramadan side, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it like when you should be facing temptations head on and ensure that you can overcome them? Like food is like your main temptation during Ramadan. Again, I'm not educated enough on that, so correct me if I'm wrong. So if you are faced with food, are you going to give in to temptation and you're going to eat it? Does that show that you're strong enough to resist the temptation? It's supposed to be like a fasting season, because all fasting seasons, regardless of your religion, are meant to bring you closer to God, because it shows that God, that you're giving up something in order, like you're willing to give up something for Him and you're willing to stick by it. So if you're being tempted, like despite temptations, yeah. So if you're being tempted by food and it's right in front of you, are you going to resist temptation and show God your dedication to Him, or are you going to give in to temptation and you're going to take a bite? So you asking your flatmates to stop eating during, because it's your Ramadan holiday, is kidogo unfair to them, because you're telling them, it's like someone coming up to you and be like, oh, can you not eat the cookies because I'm on a diet? Like, what does your diet have to do with me? That you chose to be on a diet. I'm going to continue living my diet-free life.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
So you can't come and sanction restrictions on me because it will affect you. But then now looking from like that was now the person's perspective. Now looking from the Muslim perspective, I feel like waiting a few extra minutes to cook won't kill you. Imagine it won't. Just like find out their schedule of when they are breaking their fast, and then try to like cook within that time when after they've broken their fast, or like eat outside the house, or like if you know that they are going to, your food is going to like make them uncomfortable, because again we have to be considerate of other people. As Christianity teaches us how to love thy neighbor. I'm so sorry. So if you're going to cook, try and plan your meal for the day, either before 6 a.m. or during the night, so that you can be like, oh, let me cook tomorrow's lunch and dinner early, so that when it comes, I'll just heat it up on like the microwave or something like that, and then I'll eat it by the time they're breaking their fast. Or like if you're eating lunch, you already have it packed in a tin, you go and eat in your room, or you at least try. Okay, but the cooking part is what's confusing me, because how are they supposed to cook lunch? But like, yeah, that would be like the most effective. Or you come to an agreement that, oh, I'm going to eat lunch at this time. Is it okay if the smell bothers you? You can decide to go and take a walk or do an activity outside the house during this time, as I cook and eat. so that when you come back, the smell and the food won't affect you. There's always a solution. You can find a middle ground now because it's Ramadan. You can sit down together and you can discuss on how you're going to progress further. Because remember, you're sharing one kitchen and common room, so you have to compromise. I'm so sorry. You're just gonna have to compromise. So I can understand your point of view, but I can also understand that. So the most effective part is to sit down and discuss how you guys are going to move past that, and just generally like work in a way that won't negatively affect them, and them to also agree that sometimes that like some things that they're suggesting are a bit unfair on you, because that's not, you are not fasting with them. That has nothing to do with you. So you're just gonna have to find a midpoint, an equilibrium, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the last confession. Okay, let me explain a bit. My girlfriend, who is 24, and I, 26, have been dating for about 4 years. It says female, female, so I'm guessing they're lesbians. Have been dating for about 4 years, and we are getting married next year. Lately, we have been talking about having kids since we have a stable relationship, great income, and a beautiful house. Since I was little, I have always dreamed about being a mom. So a couple of nights ago, we were chatting about this, and she told me that she couldn't think of me pregnant since I'm more masculine than her. Also, she started to talk about how she wanted to only have children that were biologically hers because, in her words, I have bad genes and her family wouldn't love the kid as much as it was hers. It's needless to say, I don't care if the baby is mine or hers biologically. I will love them. It was just the way she said these things. Like, I'm at some point, the men here, that doesn't make sense. Wait, it's needless to say, I don't care if the baby is mine or hers biologically. I will love them. It was just the ways she said these things. Like, I'm at some point, the men here. I have always dreamed about being a mom, but I'm not sure if this is something I would worry about. Reddit, please help me.
Well, let me ask you something. So let me guess, she's the girlfriend is a feminine one in the relationship and she's a masculine one. So she basically technically just called her girlfriend ugly. In other words.
Yeah.
Then if you don't like the way your girlfriend looks, then why are you together?
And they're getting married.
That's a red flag, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry, that's a red flag. Is she dating you because she's okay? Let me just ask this generally. So is she together with her girlfriend? Now I'm talking about the one who doesn't want the other girlfriend's features, because you are actually into your girlfriend. Is it you dating them because she looks like a man? You know, I think a lot of gay people out there, it's said with caution, because I'll be cancelled either way. At this point, I don't even care. But you're in a relationship with the same gender. Let's just focus on maybe lesbians, yeah. You're going after a girl because she's masculine. Is it because you don't want to date a man, but you're not exactly interested in dating women, but you go for the woman that looks the most masculine? So it's basically like you're dating a man, but you're not dating a man. You know, you're basically you just go date a man at this point, because that's what you're looking at. You're not even looking at the person as there. You're just looking at like, okay, they're masculine. I want that one.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Just date a man at that point. You want to date a man without actually dating a man, so you've gone for the masculine lesbians. So are you really gay? Or are you just into men but you don't want to admit that you're into men, so you decide to look for the second best option? And secondly, I feel like that's so toxic. Why would you say that about somebody that you're together with?
Yeah.
Even if you are ugly, to everyone can tell me you're ugly, me I'll say no. That's not how I see it, babes. To me, You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Mama, like it doesn't even matter. The kid will still end up in me. I don't if kids don't even take up 100% of their parents' genes. Sometimes it's like from the grandparents side, or you find out that your kid looks like your sister and you're so confused. You're like, So you not even guaranteed that the genes will be your girlfriend's genes.
Yeah. And probably I think it's the girlfriend's genes that will just spoil now everything. Let me tell you, this thing about now the roles in such a situation, the gender roles, or because you look more masculine now, you can't be the one to mother the child, to carry the child to term, and her clearly she doesn't want to, or yes, probably you both want her, she also wants to be pregnant, but you also want to be, despite the fact that you look masculine, like clearly you've had ever since she was small, she's always wanted to be a mother, to have her own children. So I feel like at the end of the day, my friend, you have a womb. It doesn't matter if you're don't come to me with your BS of what is it called? Gender. Actually, we have this, we have that, we have that. My friend, I know about male and female. All these other things you come to me about is on the Zeno. Honestly, it's not even in the dictionary. It's on the Zeno. So, at the end of the day, you're still a woman. You still have a womb. So I'm guessing this also would be triggering to her. Probably, I feel like some of these people, even them becoming like the more masculine and they're lesbians, but they tend to try and make themselves look more masculine. Some of them probably they've grown up and they're always told, hey, you're ugly, like you look more of a boy than a girl. So it's more of a mental thing and an emotional thing. They're coming from a place where they've always been told, oh, you don't fit the criteria. Oh, sorry. You don't fit the criteria of being like a girl because you're masculine, because you look like a dude, because you don't do this, or you like wearing shorts, or because you like wearing baggy clothes, or whatever stereotype they'll put you into. And they will tell you, you know what? And you grow up and you're like, you know what? People see this about me, why not just date a chick? And you're like, I don't like dudes, I don't like things to do with guys. I just like, you know, I mean, yeah, I don't want to date them like sexually, but I don't mind being their friends. But I would not mind being with chicks because I mean, I already have the features, I already look like a dude, so yeah. So I mean, I feel like that would like the wife be, let me call her that, it was foul for her to come at her with like, in short, she's telling me you're not beautiful. In short, that's what she's saying, you're not beautiful, and you don't deserve to be a mother because our kids will look ugly and all that. And is that really a person you want to spend the rest of your life with? But at the end of the day, like, even as I'm saying this, I'm just saying it to try and fit into the context of the story. But to make it clear, I don't believe in LGBTQ, I don't believe in homosexuality. All about being straight. I'm all about the body of Christ. I'm all about, what the word of God says. So if you want to come at me, you come at me freely. But guess what? It doesn't. It will change my mind, and it's not going to make me die or less of the person that I am. That's just my beliefs, and you and your beliefs, you can have them. I will not force you to change your mind. That's up to you. You made your decisions. You know why you made your decisions. But as for me and my standing, so don't come at me and tell me that I'm a homophobic.
They'll come for you.
Because apparently, if you're against their culture, if you're against their beliefs and their standings in the society, you are tagged homophobic. So I mean, call me homophobic if you want. That's not me, but that's just my views. The way you want me to respect your views, also respect my opinions. Yeah, so that's it, guys. We have come to the end of our video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the confessions. And yeah, until next time, if you have not yet subscribed, Abu and Apple, before you leave, go down there. Kuna Apple kwa nini nitwaje? You'll just see Apple chini. Subscribe. Eka notification bells on so that every time I post, you guys will be notified. Like this video and share it. And yeah, until next time, bye.